We're going to begin our third grade math strategies workshop, and hopefully you'll learn some helpful tips to help your students at home with standards they may be struggling with. Third grade standards for addition and subtraction are that the students are able to fluently add and subtract within 1,000 using strategies and algorithms based on place value, properties of operations, and or the relationship between addition and subtraction, fact families, as your student probably calls that. Multiplication, fluently multiply and divide within 100 using strategies such as the relationship between multiplication and division, again that fact family, knowing that 8 times 5 is 40, and so therefore 40 divided by 5 is 8, or using the properties of operations, and they must know from memory all products of two one-digit numbers. Some addition strategies that your students may know is show all totals method, where they can decompose. If they come home and talk about decomposing numbers, what we're talking about is breaking that number down into its parts. So 45 would be 40, and it would be 5, and 28 would be 20 and 8. So 40 here, we have 5 here, we have 20 here, and we have 8 here. We're going to add 40 and 20, we get 60. We're going to add 5 and 8, and we get 13. And so we teach the students that we're going to, anytime we see 10 ones, we regroup those 10 ones as one of these 10s. So our answer would be 73. 7 10s and 3 ones. The new groups below method is what the students just find the total ones. 5 and 8 is 13. They write down their 3, and they put their new 10, the number that they're regrouping, or carrying as we called it. In this case, we put it down below, or we could put it above, and we just add our tens place. 4 plus 2 is 6, and 1 more makes 7. Probably the way that we all learn to add, regroup. Subtraction strategies. Expanded method, where this is decomposing again. We take our 64 and we make it 60 and 40. We take our 28 and we make it 20 and 8, and then we begin subtracting. We cannot say 4 minus 8, so we borrow. This becomes 50. This becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. 50 minus 20 is 30. So 30 plus 6 is 36, which is the answer to 64 minus 28. Drawing pictures, drawing those sticks, those straight lines to represent a 10 stick. That's something good that they always learn. This is just basic regrouping like we all learn to do. Just go to your ones place first, subtract, go to your tens, regroup one of our tens as 10 ones, so we have 14, and then we have 5, and then just do our basic subtraction. Some multiplication strategies for your student is one thing we want to encourage them is to practice addition, subtraction, and multiplication facts frequently at home. And these are some websites that you could go to: extramath.com, iExcel, abcia.com, multiplication.com games, and just basically using flashcards anytime you can. Okay. The introduction to multiplication, that's basically we just write multiples of our numbers: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and we let them know that 1 5 is 1 times 5. 10 is 2 times 5. This is our third multiple, 3 times 5. Our fourth multiple, 4 times 5. Just have them practice skip counting, writing multiples, or repeated addition: 5. 1 5 is 5, 2 5s is 5 plus 5, 3 5s is 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's the very basics of multiplication, is repeated addition. We teach them in third grade to draw arrays. If our multiplication sentence is 3 times 5, we can draw a 3 by 5 array, 3 rows of 5, or make 3 groups of 5. Or we can have 5 and 3, 5 columns of 3. That's using area. Gets them ready for when we start doing our unit on area and volume. or repeated addition. 3 times 5. You do 5 3s or 3 5s, whichever way is easiest for your student to understand. Drawing. 6 times 4 is 24. Just draw 6 groups of 4 and count. How many do you have? Or have 24 4 times. How many times can I write 6 to get 4? 24. Another way, draw that array again, or use the area model. 4 columns, 6 rows. 4 times 6 is 24. Thank you for coming.